Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Suhas Survasi and the today's topic is constructor. What is constructor? Constructor is a block of code similar to methods. When we call the constructor when instance of the class is created. When we call the constructor, a memory for the object is allocated in the memory. A constructor is a keyword which is used to initialize the objects. When we created objects with the new keyword, the default constructor is called. When there is no constructor in the class, a default constructor is called by default. The constructor, there are two types of constructor. First one is the default constructor and second one is parameterized constructor. Before going to types of constructor, let's see some rules about the constructor. First rule is the name of the constructor is similar to the class. Second rule is the constructor does not contain any return type. And third one is the constructor does not be static, synchronized, final, etc. We can use access modifiers with the constructor as default, private, protected and public, so that we can say that we have private, protected, public and default constructors. Let's see the first one is a default constructor. The default constructor is a constructor which provides the default values such as for string null and for integer 0, etc. The default constructor is called when we does not provide any constructor in the class. Let's see the example of the default constructor. For example, consider a class test in a curly bracket with the object's string name and the integer id. Then consider a method or a non-return method void display which provides the system.out print name and id. Now in a main method, that is publish static void main, create an object with the class that is test is equals to t is equals to test and call the method that is t dot display. Then we get name is equals to null and id is equals to 0, because the Java provides the default values for the variables. Then next one is parameterized constructor. The parameterized constructor is a constructor which provides different types of parameters. The different types of parameters are called as argument. Sorry. The arguments may be string, integer, etc. Let's see the example of the parameterized constructor. Let's consider a class student with an object's string is equals to name and the integer is equals to roll number. Then consider a constructor of the similar name of the class student, provide the string as a name and the int as a roll number. Then consider a keyword this to initialize the instance variable with the local variable, that is this dot name is equals to name and this dot id is roll number is equals to roll number. Then consider a non-return type method that is void display with consisting of system.out.print in name and roll number. Then in a main method that is publish static void main, create an object with the class that is student st is equals to student with the name Raj and the roll number 123. Then call the method display. Then we get the output name is equals to Raj and roll number is 123. Now why we get this name and roll number? Because we initialize these objects with the name and the roll number. The next one is the overlapping of the constructor. The overlapping of the constructor is similar to the overlapping of the methods by using the different types of arguments. By using different types of number of arguments, we can make more than one constructor overlapping in the program. Thank you.